Ladies and gents, welcome to Six Figs. I'm Kyle, and in today's video, we're talking about the one and only Dfinity Internet Computer and crypto news and charts. So let's get into this. This is a huge announcement, folks, for the Internet Computer. Currently, folks, the Internet Computer is able to store 96 gigabytes of data in a single smart contract, which costs about $450 per year to store on chain. Now Dfinity wants to up that to about 400 gigabyte. This is going to get wild. To be able to store 400 gigs of data on chain for less than like $1,700 per year is unheard of. You can't even store 1 gigabyte of data on Solana for under $100,000 a year, let alone Ethereum. That's going to cost millions of dollars, and it would cost billions of dollars to host this much data on Ethereum for a single year. Hundreds of millions on Solana. This is huge, folks. You guys have to check this out. But this is going to be crazy to see this evolve. I absolutely love photoshopping everything Gary Gensler. And follow me, folks, on Twitter at Real6Fig because I created this. So who dropped the tweet on at SecGov? It was aliens. But what I thought of immediately when I saw this picture of Gensler was this guy. I mean, look at the hands. Look at this. Ah! So hit me up there. Dfinity is really been announcing that they are getting into deploying their chain key technology on ERC20 tokens. This is going to change the game. This is going to bring stable coins, ERC20 stable coins, to the Internet Computer. And all ERC20 coins to Internet Computer. My guess is that Dfinity has had their fun basically with the Bitcoin integration, the ETH integration. But my guess is they're going to come out with all these other ERC20 integrations, and they're going to come out guns blazing. It's going to be, hey, here's 50 of these things that you guys can now use. So this, I mean, who knows? We'll see what they do. But, you know, it's go big or go home. So very cool to see that Dfinity is working on this, folks. And as you guys can see, Internet Computer nodes talk to Ethereum nodes. No other blockchains are capable of talking to other blockchain nodes. It doesn't exist. So this enables ICP to host basically Ether twins, Bitcoin twins, whatever chain they integrate with, twins. So USDC, CKUSDT, CKUniswap, all this stuff, folks. It's going to be instant transfers, and it's going to be dang near priceless. Dang near zero gas fees. It'll cost you a fraction of a penny to interact with those coins. I've had the pleasure of speaking with Paul Mewson, on a panel for Yumi, which we'll discuss in a second, about gold. I found his take on economics and banking very interesting. The fact that Dfinity just dropped that he will be at Davos 2024. And if you don't know what's happening in Davos, folks, the World Economic Forum is having like conferences there. And Dfinity is going there. And they are going to be telling all these powerful financial institutions about Internet Computer. This is huge. This is absolutely huge, to say the least. So they got the right guy going to this. They got a bunch of Dfinity people going. Paul is going to do a bang-up job. I guarantee you that. FTX seeks to sell luxury Bahamian properties amid bankruptcy proceedings. So we're starting to see a lot of these assets start to get sold off. These will go to pay the lawyers. These will go to pay investors back, things like that. But there is some interesting things that happen whenever you see like bankrupt companies start to sell off their assets and things like that, is that the market knows that they're cornered. So I highly doubt they are going to get full retail price for anything. And the way FTX is structured and all the people that have been involved with it, it just seems they're all crooked. to say the least. Yumi, folks. The Yumi marketplace has joined forces with Shiku Metaverse, forming the Yuku app. And this is very cool because it's got a marketplace where you can buy and sell NFTs, but they've got these metaverses here, and we'll go over these in maybe a future video. But this will basically allow you to enter into these worlds, have meetings, hangouts, things like that. So, I mean, we'll go down the rabbit hole on Yuku in just a few days or so when I have time to make a video. But Yumi Marketplace, you know, a lot of people have beef with Yumi because they require KYC. The Yuku app is a no KYC alternative. So that's very interesting to say the least. Checking up on the ICP dashboard, folks, we're humming along at just under 5,000 transactions per second. We are seeing almost 3.6 tebibytes of data, and that's very close to a gigabyte, or a terabyte, excuse me. It's very close to a terabyte. And I might have misspoke a little earlier on this as well. So gigabytes, this is tebibyte, which is closer to a terabyte. So there are almost 3.6 terabytes of data on the Internet Computer blockchain. It's the largest amount that I know of out of all the blockchains. We're seeing the Internet Computer identities all time. I mean, you can just see this thing has just been on an upward climb. Just insane. Transactions, you know, we're chilling at, I'm not sure, a 7-day period. It's like about 9.7 milli. Not bad. We're seeing the circulating supply. You know, it's just humming along. 455 million tokens. There are 177 Bitcoin under control of Internet Computer. We are seeing over 375,000 smart contracts. People are building on Internet Computer, folks. Here's the all-time chart. It just goes up. Up only. Up only, might I add. So, yeah, this is looking really good. Right now, there's been a mysterious whale injecting 2.88 billion into crypto market as the Bitcoin spot ETF looms, folks. And according to crypto analytics firm Look On Chain, the whale's last move involved a transfer of 239 million USDT from Tether with deposits into various exchanges. This comes merely 3 days after another entity received 735 million from Tether and deposited into other exchanges. So, you know, this is looming right on the ETF approval, folks. It just is. So nothing we can do. Let's check out the markets real quick. I haven't really been paying attention today. I've been pretty much reading and just relaxing, you know. Been one of those days. Top 100. I am missing ICP here. Where is it? It's probably right in front of me. Not seeing it, but where is this thing? Okay, so we're sitting at rank number 16 on Crypto Bubbles, and this usually varies a little bit, but at $5.59 billion market cap. Obviously, this is going to change once we switch over to CoinGecko, and you can see that, you know, $5.6 billion market cap. We're chilling at $12.29. That's very interesting. What's going on with ICP right now, though? Let's just check out the 4-hour chart. And, folks, you can see that I've been talking. Another reason to subscribe to this channel. Things I've been tracking, folks. Really, it's coming down to this rising wedge. And also, there is something else that's very bullish that I'm seeing in the RSI, because patterns, guess what, happen all over the place, whether it's candlesticks or on the charts, down to like the RSI. So the relative strength index basically tells you, you know, what's the buying power looking like right now? Are people buying it? Is it in high demand? Is it overbought or oversold, basically? And we are seeing this falling wedge form with ICP. So at this point in time, we've got a very nice bullish setup pattern here. And this thing isn't too big. You know, it's about 2 weeks old. So expect some move to the upside. But with this rising wedge, it's very clear. And again, I've been drawing this up all week. And when it comes down to it, you can see how price action broke. We saw a retracement. Price action has come up to retest the $13.72 level. Obviously, this nice little pump up here, I think wouldn't have happened to the extent that it did with that ETF stuff that went on yesterday. But here we are. So what's going to happen now? Well, I mean, if we look at the grand scheme of things, I'm seeing this rising wedge. So we know there's a possibility of some bearish momentum happening, especially like if these ETFs do not get approved. But right now, there could be a possibility for this thing to execute. And I do think that there could be a harmonic pattern possibly in play. Now, we need to confirm a couple things before we proceed. Number one, we like to see price action at point B come down to, but go no lower than the 786. It wicked down to below the 786, so I'm going to keep this in check. So I do think that this could be valid. And then what we're seeing here is we'll go from A to X. And basically what I'm looking for at the shoulder of C is that price action comes up to $13.60. So what this is telling me is that there is a possibility for a harmonic pattern to play out. And when we look at this thing on a grand scale, ICP did have an A, B, C, D, E impulse wave to the upside. And could this be an A, B, C, or excuse me, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse wave, and an A, B, C correction could be coming. This might make sense, but when we look at these charts again, what I would be doing now to figure out what's happening with this Gartley harmonic is I would be targeting literally the $8.71 level. And that kind of coincides with previous support levels. So I'm hoping it doesn't. If things get really bad, we might be gearing up to see this thing head down that way. I'm hoping it doesn't happen. This isn't a video about financial or trading advice, but I like to look at the bearish possibilities. And you know, of course, if you see this thing really stumbling below $11.60, somewhere in there, just know we could be in trouble. So as far as a timeline on when something like this could execute, I think it's very important, folks, that we pay close attention to this news going on with this Bitcoin ETF, because that is going to discern what market sentiment is going forward for quite a while. And right now, ICP is at $12.41. So if we get some really bullish news, I would expect ICP to come back up to this $16, make a stop at this $13.89, then $16.30 level. But when it comes down to the grand scheme of things, folks, for ICP, you know, I have been targeting, and I'm hoping that price jams up right around this $22 level, because that means that this Fibonacci extension could possibly be accurate, and we might be able to see some of these higher numbers for ICP later on in the bull run. So I'm hoping that we see resistance around this $22.60 level. It is what it is. But we might be going live tonight. So you guys are going to want to make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification. See you guys all in the next video. Also, Wojak Animator here. That's me. Check out the video here in the backdrop. Thanks to William Laurent, baby, for coming out with one of the best songs about ICP in the entire world. So make sure you guys check out his channel, because he is absolute phenomenal musician. Peace out.